All right, we are back at the second race of the National Rock Racing Association. We're at East Bernstadt, Kentucky at Wildcat Off-Road Park. Brought to you, presented by Mickey Thompson Tires. This race is brought to you by SCS Gearboxes. And we are about to kick off course number 2 of the day. Again, that's a beautiful drone shot we have there. You can see the crowd. You can see all the race rigs lined up along, almost making a little gauntlet there so you can pull in that race line starting gate. Again, this is going to be course 2 of the day. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in here on the live feed. We're so excited to see you guys.
Yeah, we are coming back with our Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. Let me give you guys our top 5 rundown from course 1. That was Brandon Davis with an 81.5, and then Clay Kaysen racing for his brother Cody with an 84.0, Daniel Heckley with an 84.1, Braden Upchurch with an 85.7, and Coy Chappelle with an 85.9. That's your top 5 from round 1 for the UTV stock class. Then, of course, we've got VIN and in the Cup class.
Yeah, again, definitely making very exciting racing so far on course 1. I have no doubt that course 2 will be just as exciting.
We've already got at least one Skinny Pedal nominee.
Yeah.
I think it was David Darnell is
our Skinny Pedal award here.
At least one so far.
Definitely
and
impressive.
Clayton Smith is going to be taking home this award from our season opener race at Winrock a few weeks ago. You guys voted, and he was the winner for that Skinny Pedal award. So
definitely wild.
Awesome job. Well, cool show, Clayton.
Yes.
No, he did have a great weekend at Winrock. And huge thank you, of course, to Jonathan Shepard and Skinny Pedal Fab for partnering with us again this season on the Skinny Pedal Award. We hope you guys have fun watching those videos and getting to vote for your favorites. And I know we enjoy the Skinny Pedal process.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the drivers have fun getting a little unexpected, something to take home.
Yeah.
Even if the race doesn't go as planned.
Again, this is like a winch, or insurance. You want to have a good one. You don't want to have to use it. But again, it's when you do, it's kind of fun. So it's I like the Skinny Pedal Award because again, you don't want to win one, but it is kind of cool to win one if you do have an epic failure. But
if the worst happens, at least you can take home a trophy for it.
And again, last year there was these giant play buttons from the YouTube, which again were super cool. And I was teasing him, Jonathan Shepard at Hammers about I said they're so heavy, we couldn't carry them. And it was teasing him. He's like, I tell you, make an award, and they even complain. So we were just kind of picking on him a little bit. And he, again, super great guy. He said something about, I'm going to make a big chart, put it out. We were laughing about it on the campfire.
Yeah.
This guy goes and does it.
Well, here we are.
He's got this big, awesome chain. Again, very cool to see. Definitely a different style trophy than we're used to. So very, very cool to see.
Jonathan's very creative.
Yes.
I've had fun seeing what he comes up with each year for these awards.
Definitely pretty wild. Very, very cool. Again, we have our UTV stock class we'll be kicking off here. A lot of them are pulling down here, getting ready. Getting our race line starting gate over here.
I think all of our drivers scattered searching for some lunch or checking out the hills for round 2. And I know Garian's probably got her work cut out for her, getting all of them lined up.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of them on the hill, kind of checking it out. Most of them wanted to check out the course from course 1 to course 2, see what's changing. Because obviously courses can change, they can evolve, they can play a different role again. No rain today, which is very great. The dust hopefully is going to stay down. I said we have quite a bit of wind here, so hopefully it'll keep the wind can kind of keep the dust blowing through, and so it makes the course much more visible. So we appreciate that. What's up, Colby? Mr. Colby Reich, welcome here. Colby is our featured driver.
It's Featured Driver Friday.
What's up, buddy?
Check it out. You got the hat though.
Yeah, got that.
You got to come up and say hi since it's 8-Up Racing as our featured driver.
We could unveil his helmet. We could unveil your helmet too. Get our snacky snacks out of the way here.
If you can get up here, it's a bit of an obstacle course.
It's not my fault.
Yes.
Don't mess with the burgers.
All right.
Need those.
Go ahead and have a seat. We'll bring this helmet out and let you show it off. I know you had talked a little bit about this weekend about this awesome helmet. And again, you're not that far from here. This is like a hometown event for you.
Yeah, about 30, 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see, I'm not used to this. How do I look?
Yeah, there you go.
Look good.
Yeah.
You look beautiful.
Yeah, so
Taylor gives us our
a buddy of mine surprised me with this, and I didn't know anything about it. I knew about the helmet and stuff, but I didn't know what he was doing with it. So
Cool.
He made me a custom helmet to race in.
That's awesome.
So again, super sharp looking helmet. Love the 8 up on there, and again the green definitely sticks out.
Yeah, Anthony Goodwin's the one that made it for me. He owns the Tenacious Tattoos, so he's very talented.
Yeah, looks awesome.
But I don't know if you can see it up there.
Yeah, that sunlight definitely hits it and makes it gleam. So
yeah, it's got like flake and pearl. It was all hand painted and
wow.
Throw that out there.
Very cool.
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
It's the sun and the shadows are kind of playing games on camera right now.
Keep playing games with my heart.
Just playing games with your
heart. And again, since you are the current Rookie of the Year, we thought it'd be great to, and this is a hometown race, thought it'd be great to do our Feature Driver Friday.
That's
so
awesome.
last year you had committed, and we had talked at the beginning of the season last year. I mean, me and you had a couple conversations about. You said, "Hey, I'm going to commit. I'm going to rake all 10 races. That's my commitment." You ended up on the podium a few times, and
once,
and okay, once.
So,
but more in our hearts.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, every week. Yeah.
And definitely ended up winning Rookie of the Year. So obviously had a great epic race season. What's your goal for this year?
As of now, I want to make every race, and I'm pushing the buggy a little harder now, get a little more comfortable in the seat, get more seat time. Last year, it was a brand new buggy, chassis and all. First race was Windrock. So I was, had the first 3 or 4 races with no scratches, didn't want to hurt anything. It looked good in the garage.
Yeah.
So after we had that race in West Virginia when I fell off the top and landed on the top.
Landed.
That was it. And then the next race, I somehow got first place.
You're
so.
like gloves off now.
Yeah, so I didn't care. And so once I scratched it, I just started driving it.
Yeah.
So.
That's the key then.
Which race did you win? Was it Hawk Pride?
Yeah, Hawk Pride. Yep. First place at Hawk Pride. So that was a tough race for everybody. So
it was.
Lucky bounce.
Yeah. Yeah, again,
it's all
that West Virginia race was rough.
It was.
That was a rough
We're going
race.
back there too, so
you get a second chance out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think at this park 3 years ago is when I first saw you out here, Colby, or I don't even know if I met you at that race or not, but
yeah, it would have been 3 years ago.
Yep. So time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah, started off with the old Warfare bouncer and led into this is fun, and then if you want to play, you got to pay, and I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
So started off last year with a brand new chassis, and here I am today. So
yeah,
I think we got it all lined out. Got a bunch of good guys. They help me. Wade Good does a lot of my work for me. He lives close to home, and a couple other buddies, Jim, Bob, and James that are in my local town. They help me out a tremendous amount. They show up to the races to help me too, because I'm usually by myself. So
yeah. Any big changes for this year?
I'm gonna have a little
breather
there.
Yeah, that's nice.
It gets hot.
Help keep the dust out as well.
Dust out, kind of cool me down.
Yeah, fancy.
Yeah, I don't.
Buggy's pretty much the same. I know you've done some shock testing throughout the year last year.
Yep. So actually, Wizzo's here today. He's gonna look over it as soon as we get back to the trailer. So there's a few things he's gonna check for me that I asked, but I think we got it lined out. This is. The weather today is hopefully sending it tomorrow.
So. Yes.
This is my send it weather.
Yes.
Hot and dusty. I'll take that over wet and muddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like getting dirty, so I just drive slower.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to get in the mud. Get the new helmet all muddy,
Oh,
yeah.
not the
I don't
helmet.
even know if I want to wear it.
It looks very shiny.
It's a work of art.
Yeah. I was very tickled with it.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
All right.
All right, Colby. Well, thanks for coming up here with us. Thanks for being our featured driver on this Friday.
Guys. It means a lot. Yep. Especially with everything going on with Dad in the hospital and being
here.
Right. So.
Yeah, we're definitely
appreciate
thinking about you guys. I know that's tough.
Yeah, well,
glad to have you out here.
Thank
you.
See ya.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerply XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
All right, guys, we are back, and we are ready to kick off round 2 here for the Mickey Thompson NRRA, presented this weekend by SCS Gearbox. We're enjoying a beautiful day here at Wildcat Offroad Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky. And it looks like we've got Clay Kaysen on the line, I believe. Clay is running for his brother Cody's points today in the stock class. He had a second place finish on course 1. We'll see what kind of points he can rack up for Cody this weekend.
Clay Kaysen starting us out. Clay Kaysen.
Clay Kaysen kicking us off. And that monster full body is ripping through there.
That thing is pretty beastly.
It really is.
And not what Clay is used to.
No.
His brother's quite a bit taller than him as well, so he was telling us he was having a little trouble on round 1.
And his,
But hey, he made it work with a second place time.
And his Cup Series car, he has full hydraulic steering. This does not. So that was a much different game than he's used to. He said, I learned today I am not a stock class driver. Definitely doing good work, though. He also bet Brandon Davis that he would win in stock class.
In the stock class.
I'm like, do you realize what Brandon Davis is racing against?
Yeah, he made the bet for the wrong class.
Yeah. Again, it looks like it's a lot dustier up there during this run. I don't know if the side-by-sides have all churned it up enough, but...
Clyde, did he get lost? We're going to get some confirmation on whether Clay just, like, freestyled.
He did it right.
Nope, all right, he did it right. Good job, Clay.
Good job.
We believed in you. 79.686 for Clay Kaysen.
I was waiting to be assaulted there.
It was a ladybug. Clint Garrison on the course. Clint Garrison.
That's not good.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Jack.
Man.
Oh, man. Hate to see that for Clint.
Dang it. Again, Clint Garrison, one of the hometown guys as well. He had packed up. They saw a bunch of those guys having dinner in Richmond, Kentucky. And they were in Richmond last night eating dinner, and there was little like 4 or 5 rigs all just lined up with just stacks of UTVs and rigs on them. So, again, definitely brought Clint Garrison, one of the local guys, brought a bunch of crew with him. So, I'm not exactly sure where he's based at, but I know it's close to here. Like I said, they were all eating dinner in Richmond last night. And Richmond, Kentucky, home of Eastern Kentucky University, where I went to college at.
Small world.
Small world. I get a drive through Richmond, so usually there's a Walmart in Richmond. I'll pull in and I'll go get some Ale 8. That's a soda that's bottled and distributed in Kentucky, so it's kind of a cool thing. So we'll get some Ale 8 soda, and usually I get like some EKU merch, pick up a T-shirt or some shorts or something kind of fun. So shout out to all my EKU fans and UK fans, I guess, too.
I barely even think about my college anymore, Matt. I think I've been there one time since I graduated.
And I wouldn't have, again, I wouldn't have, except the fact I have to drive literally through the town.
You must have had a more special experience than I did.
My college experience was very special. I had a lot of fun, met a lot of awesome people. It was a very, very special one.
Who we got out here?
Todd Hall was a great place to be.
We are all out of order.
This is Don Curtis.
Yes, we are definitely out of order. Here we go. All right.
Again, most of you recognize Don Curtis from racing in our VIN class with his big body Chevy, which we obviously love. And it just looks so monstrous compared to some of the, when you see it next to a small Cherokee or even a Suzuki Samurai, it looks so monstrous sitting next to those. What's up, Cole Shirley? Mr. Cole Shirley tuning in here on Rock Racing TV. Shout out to all my Mad Ram 11 OG fans. It's always cool when you see a Mad Ram 11 faded T-shirt from way back in the day.
I got a few of those. Make sure that you guys are doing like Cole Shirley is.
Yes.
And tuning in on the Rock Racing TV Facebook page, not the other Facebook pages, unless you're trying to be incognito or something. What are you trying to hide? But we want to be able to see y'all's comments and answer your questions and interact with everybody. So come on over to the Rock Racing TV Facebook page. That's where Matt and I are watching from.
And again, for those of you who just tuned in, this is the second race of the National Rock Racing Association, presented by Mickey Thompson, and today is presented by SCS Gearbox.
105.446 for Don Curtis.
Again, it's shaping up to be a really lovely day here. A little bit windy, but we'll take it. Helps keep some of that dust down. Cole said, just what's up, everybody? Just getting off work. I know, again, it is Friday, so a lot of people will be clocking out and heading home, and we appreciate you guys for all tuning in here. Again, we'd love to see all of our Rock Racing TV fans on here for the National Rock Racing Association. Again, this is our UTVStock class. We got Lee Blake coming off the race line starting gate. We're about 3 or 4 drivers in our UTVStock class, so we have the entire second course to go. So if you guys are just tuning in, we have literally half of a day of racing to still happen. So appreciate all that. Again, this is our UTVStock class. So you notice these look like more like a full-body rig. That's because they are. You see, they are allowed some modifications. Obviously, they have to have safety gear attached to that as well. We see Justin Holback and Jay Stortz both walking out here, checking out the course. I think they're probably just making sure that they're still going to make sure they attend the correct course as well. Again, you can see him pointing and kind of looking at different lines because there are so many different lines you can take out here. We have a ton of flags scattered out the course. Again, making sure they're don't hit a flag because that'd be a 30-second penalty, but definitely they're making sure you got the course lined out.
We have seen a couple of those today, unfortunately.
We have, unfortunately. Again, you hate to see a great run. We saw, I think it was Charles Chris who picked up a 30-second penalty at the finish line. So
it's about the worst possible place you can get.
It really is. Like hitting the finish line flag.
Oh.
Getting Jay and Justin down here, checking it out, watching this run. Ooh, a little squirrely there. Some of those drop-offs, that rear end kind of kicks up, and you're almost straight up and down there for a minute. Not want to be inverted, but, straight up and down. .643, Mr. Lee Blake.
That means we've got Scotty Harden on the race line, starting line now.
What's up, Bobby Upchurch? Got the Upchurch family tuning in here. You can see a little bit of dust getting kicked up there as they're whipping around that corner. But most of our racers have expressed emphatically they will take a little dust any day over mud, especially since our last race was so muddy. But I have also been at this race when it's extremely muddy, too. Again, I think initially they were calling for a 40% chance rain on Saturday, but I think they've taken all the rain out of it.
Well, imagine all of this dust out here, for those of you that have never been to this park, and adding some moisture.
Yes.
It quickly turns into thick and deep mud.
Yes, we prefer just to have nice little dust, little sun, some wind. Again, this really is a perfect weather day for racing. Not too hot, not too cold. It's wonderful.
Sound like Goldilocks.
It really is. It really is. This is like perfect weather. Not too hot, not too cold. A little bit of wind to keep the dust down.
Come on, Scotty.
Hopefully we'll all have nice smooth runs tomorrow, but I think that Mother Nature sometimes can change that, so everybody starts pushing a little harder. Whoop. Kind of skeeting through the finish line there.
.273 for Scotty Harden. Dylan Dowler on the line now.
Again, you can tell that iconic orange matching his other buggy as well. And he literally just thrashes through there. Are you saying you'd rather touch Bree's lips than mine? What are you trying to say? Do what? Oh, Clay Kaysen was up here trying to borrow chapstick. And he said that he'd rather borrow Bree's. It's like a fancy, organic chapstick than mine.
You hating on my chapstick?
82.465 from Mr. Dylan Dower. That black and orange machine. No, we were teasing Clay. He came like sprinting down. I thought he wanted to know a time or something. He said, I want a chapstick. And out here in the dust, you really do have to keep your chapstick on.
All right, we've got Chase O'Connell. Matt, there's your mystery buggy.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, it was a 900, I think that's what they said. Razor XP. They knew it wasn't an 800. The 800 hood style is a little different. They have a removable hood that's got kind of flanges on it. It's not as aerodynamic as the Razor XPs. And it definitely sounds like modified stock exhaust.
And this is Chase's first race ever? You chatted
Yes,
with him after
yes.
the driver's meeting.
Yeah, I did. Actually, what's funny is his girlfriend had a teal sunglasses and a teal and white hat on, and I was like...
So naturally, Matt was like, I have to go talk to them.
So did we just become best friends, or... And he said, I'm super excited. My first time ever racing. I'm just excited to be here. And again, I think that's what we hear the most common thing, again, from guys who are racing for the first time, whether it be in a bouncer or a side-by-side. They're saying, I'm just so excited to be here. It's my first time racing. They don't really know what to expect or how it's going to go. And again, being your first time, having that new experience, I tell everybody, if you have a side-by-side, come on out. We would love to have you come out and race with us. Check it all out. And it's always a good time. Again, a lot of fun. Definitely going to be awesome. Oh, get a little squirrely there. But it's and again, you never know how it's going to go. You know, you've watched on TV. You can come out and you can play on the courses. But once the shield drops, you know, Timmy Cameron says it all the time. There's no seat time like race seat time, and you really do get a good feel when you're on the course. And things look a lot different when they're whizzing by you, dodging flags, you know, and through the finish line.
That was a
119.875 for Chase O'Connell.
119.875.
He definitely got some of that race seat time today.
Somebody asked if there was a 22 RE in there, and I said, yeah, kind of sounds like it. Got Brandon Davis.
All right. We got the man, the myth, the legend,
Your current season champion. Again, this is his new Can-Am. He just changed out the chassis for it this week, put a new frame underneath it, and as we talked earlier with him, he said the old one was getting beat up and he had to weld it each time, and it got to be where it wasn't turning left very well. And again, the little Can-Am that could, we just took so much abuse over the years.
Now it's the little Can-Am that can.
Yes, and it really is. Again, we've seen him absolutely just use and abuse this. What really kind of blew me away is when he said that he used all the same suspension components. So I think that kind of it's such a great testament to all the companies that work with rock bouncers.
It's the same Can-Am. It's just got a new suit on.
Yeah, I like new suit. I like that. So it's it's great to see all the companies that work with rock bouncing, whether it be in a side-by-side or a bouncer, a big bouncer, to kind of do testing and durability. I know that he was one of the guys that started partnering with Keller Ball Joints initially to really start putting some of the parts through the hammers and, RCV. I know he works with a couple different companies for stuff. So it's neat to see guys that really put those products and make them great. That way guys who do recreational wheeling can buy a good quality product. Yeah, those do cost a little bit more than, say, the cheapest stuff on the internet, but they will last you a long time, and they're not going to be broke down the trail, which is kind of – it always sucks when you go out wheeling for a 3-day weekend and you spend the first day trying to limp it off the trail. But he is bouncing through that rock section. Again, bounces will be going up through that tomorrow. So, and he jumps off of it. Again, he took a little more –
the Can-Am still has the squeak. I can still
hear
it.
Yes. Yep. I think it's a break. 91.767. Not quite fast enough to take that top spot, but 79, 89.
Wow. So Clay is in the lead right now for round 2 with a 79. And Brandon Davis has a 91. And on round 1, Clay had an 84 and Brandon had an 81.
Oh.
But he did have a little bobble and kind of a little pause, Brandon did, down here at the bottom after he took off. So always interesting to see how things shake out.
Daniel Heckley is getting wild on this course. He just put it on 2 wheels
Speaking of Can-Ams.
And just drove it on 2 wheels for like a good 15, 20 feet.
You think that's cool? Wait till you see him drive Hellbent tomorrow.
Okay, Clyde was saying how this has all CA Tech suspension underneath it.
And he's putting it to work in those whoops right there.
Again, they're one of our season sponsors as well. Again, absolutely just thrashing in this rig right now. And hooked that first corner really tight. We've seen a lot of people come real wide on that. We haven't seen anybody try to hook that really, really tight so far yet. So, again, we'll see if that pays off for him time-wise. He is definitely thrashing on this Can-Am. Again, I think for this big, open, wide course, having a little wider, having a little flatter, a little longer buggy definitely will help keep that lower center of gravity. Might be able to push a little harder, a little faster.
Yeah, like Brandon said when he was talking with us up here earlier, on like a tighter woods course, the Razor chassis can kind of dominate that a little more, but something like this is definitely great for that Can-Am.
I think like TC's new chassis and, DC Thompson, real nice, real nimble. Yeah, I think that's going to have to.
80.071 for Daniel Heckley.
And I think that,
second place time right now.
The TC and DC's Thompson, Timmy Cameron and DC Thompson's, those chassis are kind of the other end of the spectrum compared to the Can-Am chassis. It's just a lot smaller, a lot more nimble. Timmy and DC were both saying how you can see out of it. You can literally see everything in the front end, where if you have a bigger full body, you really can't see as well. You can't, are you catching on the rock? Are you clipping the tree? So, with that, you have visibility is literally like 100%. So, got Dan Carter coming out the race line starting gate.
Get it, Dan.
Part of that Rock Life Off-Road crew. And this is the Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. Oh, no. Yeah, he clipped a flag, but I don't think he really clipped it. Because he gassed it, and it kind of just, like, flopped over. Well, we'll have to go check the replay on that one. Again, Dan Carter, one of our seasoned drivers for quite a while, races multiple classes with us. Again, racing a full body only this weekend, so he said he's going to just be racing this one vehicle this weekend. I'm not sure how many classes he's racing with it, but Dan definitely has no problem coming out and thrashing. I've seen him race 3 different classes with 3 different side-by-sides all. So, again, always has super slick wraps and great merch. If you guys want to go check out Dan Carter Racing online, you can find him on all social medias, as well as he's also one of our drivers that are sponsored by the series champion, the Rock Life Off-Road, so check those guys out as well if you need any side-by-side parts. Brian Dunnigan has sold me parts for my side-by-side before, so appreciate all they do.
I think Dan's just rocking the stock class this weekend.
Yeah.
Unless he maybe decides to be a late entry to the bounty class.
Woo! Nice. Jumped it and was smooth. people, once they make that last round turn at the bottom, they just send it all the way to the finish line.
And with the flag penalty, that's a 128.818 for Dan Carter.
That sun went behind the cloud and the temperature dropped drastically.
Sure did. Brantley Haven's out on the course now.
Again, I think that's fair to say this is our first ever UTV driver that became a stock class full-size driver.
Yep.
Again, you can see his dad in the passenger seat with him there, kind of coaching him through it. Again, Brantley, you can usually notice him from the massive cowboy hat he's rocking.
Definitely his signature look.
It definitely. Again, it's on the stickers, it's on its merch. Usually it's on the side of the vehicle. So I'm sure there'll be some really cool wrap coming for that as well. You can hear his dad in the car yelling, "Go, go, go!" Once they rounded that corner again. It's kind of off camera. You're kind of going sideways on a hill, so you don't want to be hanging out around there too much.
I don't think he's had a lot of seat time in this buggy either.
No, I don't think so.
I think Dustin was saying something about either he's only had it a few days or only ridden in it a few times.
Yep.
I can't remember the details, but
Probably a little bit of both, maybe.
probably.
Clearing that top lip up there.
Whew, that was sketchy.
He's out here looking like a pro, though.
I see Wyatt Wilson with a radio in his hand down here at the bottom.
Just take it real easy.
So they must have a radio up there, and Wyatt Wilson's at the bottom telling him.
He's coaching him.
Coaching him. We have several drivers with headsets. I think the first one I ever saw was John Campbell. And then probably the second one I ever saw was Brandon Davis. And Cheryl will be at the bottom yelling for him. So we've seen a couple of drivers adapted. I have it in one of my helmets. It's kind of nice because then if you're in a buggy, you kind of a fighter pilot mentality. You can't really see much around you.
Is that Dustin screaming like a girl?
Yeah. You can see Dustin just fist pumping once they cross the finish line. 117.419 for Mr. Brantley Havens racing in the stock class. That wraps up his day. Again, first time we've ever had a youth driver upgrade to the big buggies, so it's awesome to see that, and hopefully we can continue that series. Again, the UTV youth class will be racing tomorrow. Again, great to see those guys.
All right, Ethan Mueller on the course. He must have had fun racing at Windrock with us because he's back
Yeah.
for more.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking he should be turning right there. Luckily,
Come on back. There
luckily
we go. Reverse.
Luckily he caught it. Yeah.
Reverse.
Back up, Terry. Yeah. Popped out of gear, maybe? Yeah. Again, that little wood section there has just a few whoops, but it is a rough wood section. You can see buggies, especially when they're going uphill, definitely take quite a beating. Downhill, not as bad, but... And we have like 12 different spots that can go uphill just on this section over here alone. So you have to be somewhat careful when you're making those uphill and downhill sections over here. Just because we have so many different course options to choose from. You definitely check your landmarks before you cut up a hill and start blazing.
Yep, there's a lot of courses out here, a lot of flags, a lot of classes running out here today. So
yeah.
Got to make sure you studied your course map. Or at least paid attention to the guy in front of you.
Yeah, at least watch the guy in front of you. And hopefully he didn't do it wrong, you know. Yeah, again, check it up there. You can see those dropouts. Those are actually undercut a little bit. So that's why you see that rear end coming up and then dropping down. They're actually undercut a little bit. Woo, again, just watching that rear end kind of hang time a little bit there, then drop on in.
111.593 for Ethan Mueller.
3. Oh, Mr. Mueller, letter E.
Coy Chappelle on the line now.
We got Coy Chappelle. I changed it. Welcome to the Chappelle Show.
Amy Curtis was cheering on Brentley. Got Christy Wills tuning in. What's up? Thanks for everybody tuning in on the live feed today. Again, we're watching from Rock Racing TV on the Facebook page, so I hope you guys are all enjoying that. Hopefully it's this beautiful weather where you're at as is where we're at.
Yeah, we got pretty lucky with the weather today. Hopefully tomorrow, too.
Some of our Iceland crew was tuning in, watching. We were chatting. About a week ago, I was chatting with some of them on Snapchat, and they were having a birthday party in a hot tub, looking at the northern lights above them, and in the distance, they pan to a new volcano that's erupting.
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
that's a lot going on.
Wait a minute. Let me see it. Like, I actually screen recorded it. I'm like, that's crazy. You're like, yeah, we're just chilling in a hot tub, watching a volcano. No big deal. We're here to party. It was for a birthday party. I'm like, all right, good times. So, yeah, wonderful weather. Again, the dust carrying a little bit. You see checking up here a little bit on these ledges. Taking his time.
Oh, come on now. Don't be coy.
Yeah, don't be coy. And then just a quick rip to the finish line there. $84.765.
Our fastest time for round 2 right now is Clay Kaysen with a 79.
He was blistering.
And then Daniel Heckley with an 80. And then let's see, we've got Dylan Dowler with an 82. Those are your top 3 right now, round 2. We've still got a handful of drivers left. Jay Stortz is on the line.
Again, Jay likes to get out there and put it down with his UTV. Again, he also races the Ford Play Rock Bouncer. He also had a crazy run at West Virginia. Again, a lot of those hooking that corner as tight as possible, but it's such a violent valley you got to cross there. And it's like almost like hard-packed clay. It doesn't really give much. You know, if you got some good, rich black dirt, it kind of soaks it up a little bit more, takes the impact. This clay does not really move much. Having a smooth run going here.
He made that look easy right there. All right, Jay Stortz.
No trees out here on the course. Or not too many anyway, so. Jay's probably glad to see that.
Jay's very glad. Sean Keller says, not raining in Oregon, so he can't complain. Jay just bouncing down there.
Oh!
No! Dang it.
Oh, who put that big rut there?
Nikki Matthews says, great show so far. Thank you. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Again, I know it's Friday. Everybody's kind of wrapping up work, depending on where you're at. It's 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, which means it's 4 o'clock here in Kentucky. So I know a lot of people will be getting off work as they're wrapping up their day on their work day on this Easter weekend. So we appreciate everybody tuning in, checking us out. Again, tomorrow we'll be having our drivers meeting around 9 a.m., kicking the live feed off shortly after that. So make sure you guys tune in for that. It will be an awesome, awesome day of racing. Hopefully weather will stay with us and keep a nice, wonderful day of racing as well. All right, here's our replay presented by Rock Racing TV. Again, just took a little bit of a bounce and it just carried over slightly.
Come on, guys, muscle up.
Dang it.
Let's go. Come on.
Push.
There's about 4 recovery guys just flipping them back over. But again, these full bodies are a little heavier than a nice tube chassis.
Well, they're not exactly going downhill either.
What's up, dog? What's up? What's up, dog? Yeah. done for the weekend? No, if I find a drive shaft piece, I think it'd be good. Drive shaft piece? Yeah. Your clutch can go back together? Yeah.
Yes.
There you go, fellas.
Yeah. The guy in the yellow, he was the deal breaker.
You don't need no clutch. So,
all of them were thinking the same thing. Couldn't this lazy asshole get
talk
out?
to Dan Carter. He might know, or Brian. Somebody might.
And then O'Reilly's will have the U-joint. So.
Okay.
I can piece it together.
I like it. That was Nathan King walking by. He had some food. I was teasing him, saying, like, hey, what's up? How you doing, homie? What's up? And he said, hey, I'm trying to get it back together. So he broke the case for his clutch. He said, you really don't need a case around it. You can run without that on there. He said the U-joint, we can run down to O'Reilly's and grab the U-joint. The only thing is there's a special drive shaft piece they need. He's going to check with some of the UTV drivers to see if he can't find one of those. Again, Dan Carter usually carries spare parts with him, as well as Brian Dunnigan's here. They might have some spare parts with him. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he can get it put back together and do some racing with us tomorrow.
So his motor's not hurt.
Yes, yeah. It sounds like it's just the clutch case.
That's good.
So you don't need those. You don't need a stinking clutch case.
That's for sissies.
Yeah. So hopefully we can get that put back together, and we'll see him out here racing tomorrow again, which is the awesome.
I will not be surprised.
Yes. He's like, hey, Madison, what's up? How you doing? What's up? You need those parts? Got any drive shaft parts there? Worst case scenario, I could see them both just doing double duty in her rig, which, again, that's a lot of abuse to put on one vehicle. I mean, a lot of abuse.
The way those two drive.
It's a lot of abuse to put on one vehicle.
We've got McCooter Bob Cartwright saying he is hooked on rock racing after going to the Windrock race.
Heck yeah. We always like having new fans jump in there.
Said y'all do a great job. Thank you, sir.
So again, it's always great to see new fans. Again, we love everybody that tunes in, and I love that Clay Kaysen give a great speech. He's like, if you're thinking about bringing a side by side out, if you have a side by side or you want to buy one to race, he said, just do it. Just
don't overthink it.
Yeah, just take the plunge. Come on out. You will absolutely love it. It's so much fun. We're all great fans of the sport as well. Even if you're a new racer, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you need a part, you need a tool. Most of us have tools and parts. I probably have more tools than most that we can help work on whatever you need.
Matt, what do you have all those tools for?
Well, you see, we tend to break a lot.
So you can help other people.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I like it. Yes. I'm just a big helper. Just call me Helper Matt.
You just want to be like Mr. Toolman Jr.
I really am. It's kind of creepy. I have enough tools to rebuild literally my entire rig and a handful of other people. So we do. And you know what? I don't mind loaning my tools out. Come on, bring it on over. We can tear it apart together. I've spent many nights putting stuff back together, And I'll go back to it. I remember Tim Cameron, 2017, Tim Cameron and Bubba Bacon were racing, and they were neck and neck for the whole season. We were at Rush Off-Road Park. Timmy broke, and he's like, yeah, I can't finish. And Bubba said, that's not how we play. If I'm going to beat you, I'm going to beat you straight up. They went over, welded it back together, and Timmy beat Bubba in the championship by 8 points. And there'd have been a 40-point difference, 45-point difference there. If they didn't, he would have been beating him by. So kind of shows the camaraderie there.
I believe we've got Zach Carter out on the course now.
Again, I love his wrap and that copper. Again, when the light hits, it kind of changes colors a little bit. Kind of a copper bronze
cool
there.
Color.
It's very cool. Again, I like his white wrap. Looks really sharp. And definitely sending it. We've seen several of our new drivers out there just absolutely hammering down on it, which is a great to see some of our newer drivers coming out and being that aggressive. So, woohoo!
Oh, speaking of aggressive.
Wow! That is incredible. He absolutely sent it, caught the edge of that, and just never lifted. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Again, watching these new guys just come out and just send it is just really incredible. What's up, Tiffany Porter? Emma Bentley's tuning in.
All right, real easy now. Good job.
Vince says, dang it, Jane. He said, I was grunting just to help you out there.
Oh, that was pretty gutsy launch there.
Thank you, Nikki. We try to be very family friendly. Well, again, we have a youth series that.
I think you forgot something. Just between me and you. You got a little, there's like a one main important.
We try to be a very family-friendly show. That's kind of our. Again, we do a youth section as well, so we try to make it family-friendly so everybody can watch and enjoy the show and have a good time with it. We definitely have a lot of fun putting the show on for you. I hope you guys have as much fun watching it.
Yeah, he's got a different route.
Unfortunately, Zach Carter missed his turn into the finish line. He was so close.
Anybody?
I'm not sure where he went.
Hopefully they can flag him down and he can still cross the finish line.
Don't bother. Let him stay there.
I think he's gone.
Okay.
He took off.
Cool.
Well, that was a bummer because he had a good run going.
Smoking time. And he was zinging through there. They're making sure. So, the National Rock Racing Association, you have, as long as you have not crossed the finish line, you can still go back and cross it if you make a wrong turn.
You can enter back in
Yes.
where you exited and
Yes.
continue the course correctly.
But
Zach
still get a finish out of it. Unfortunately, I don't know if
he
he's
has
going
gone
to.
too far out of the course at this point. So
Well, I think they were making sure he wasn't going to. What their goal was to make sure he wasn't going to come back on the course and try to get a finish out of it. Why we had another racer, and the clock was hot. So, again, Josh Krapinski taking off the line. Again, those neon pink arms hanging out the bottom.
Does he have Mr. Pinsky riding shotgun on this one?
I think so. They were joking that they were going to have co-drivers and just hang out and have a great time this season.
good.
And I believe it, because anybody who's like one of the most carefree Jolly Green Giants you will ever meet. They have a lot of fun together.
Tiffany, we've got a couple drivers left, or one or two drivers left after this for the stock class, and then we've got VIN and Cup class round 2.
Again, Josh making quick work of the uphill section. Again, taking your time, on that downhill section definitely makes a lot of sense. And being smart and being safe. Again, you want to, because it is a race, you do want to go as fast as possible. You do want to be as fast as possible when you're coming up that downhill section. So at the same time, you also want to be, smart about it. Don't end up getting in a wreck and, wasting your whole time. So, again, you definitely want to be smart about it, but at the same time, push your buggy the best you can. Josh is kind of feathering that line of being quick and yet safe.
There you go.
Well, he is racing 2 other classes
Yes.
this weekend as well.
He is doing a lot of duty.
I think it's funny how he always has Clayton running in there with him.
Yeah,
Is that who's in there?
Yeah.
They like to be very ornery together.
What, Clyde, what was it?
102.417 for Josh Krapinski. So, all right, for those of you tuning in, we got Madison King hopping in the booth with us.
Grand finale, the last UTVStock racer, Braden Upchurch.
Braden Upchurch sitting up there in the starting gate.
Braden is going to wrap up our day of racing for the Rock Life Off-Road UTVStock class.
Adam Kuntz is checking in the live feed. What's up, Adam?
There you go.
Madison, if Nathan doesn't get his buggy back together, are you gonna offer him a ride in yours or not?
Well, I don't think they're going to get it back together because
Uh-oh.
we don't have the parts to fix it.
Uh-oh.
We have some of them, but not all of them. I'll offer it to him tomorrow, but I don't know if he'll take me up on it because he doesn't fit the best in my seat.
No.
Yeah, Dad was really uncomfortable last race.
I could imagine.
Yeah. He wasn't very happy.
I know some of Braden's family was tuning in the live feed earlier. That Upchurch crew.
I think Braden's pretty close to this park, too.
Yeah. They always bring premium snacky snacks, just for the shout out for that.
The way to Matt's heart.
Yes. Tim Bacon jumping in there. What's up, Tim Bacon? Part of that Bacon crew. Got Braden Upchurch out there, and he will be wrapping up our UTV stock class. Sponsored by Rock Life Off-Road. Oh, get her done.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was looking at that line. I don't know if I want to do that or not.
Yeah, it's kind of squirrely.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those kind of commit to it lines.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, so far all the guys we've seen land, it soaks it up pretty good.
90.920 for Braden Upchurch.
All right. So, how's racing going so far today?
Well, I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm sore, but it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I think walking the hills is the hardest part.
Let me
I
say,
think racing.
you've got a pretty beefy
Yes.
brace on your
Yep.
knee here. I don't think they can probably see that, but that is one reason why you didn't race at Windrock.
I did race the first.
The second hill, yeah, you
And
didn't
then
race.
I wasn't cleared by the doctor, but I did it anyways, and that was a big no-no.
Yeah.
At Windrock.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
okay.
like, it's okay. Listen, we hear it. So, again, what's your plan going in this afternoon?
Go fast.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, that's a good plan, you know?
And
That's
not
fair.
wreck. We don't.
Yes.
We don't want to hurt this knee anymore
Yeah.
than it already is.
Yeah, go fast, don't crash. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good slogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad appreciates that slogan, go fast, don't crash as well.
Yeah. He's not the happiest I'm racing right now. He doesn't think it's a good idea. But
Yeah.
I was pre-running and I was like, this is fun. I mean, it doesn't feel good, but it's fun, so we're going to keep going.
It does
I
look like a
love
really
it.
fun course.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, again. So your brother said he tore up a clutch and a drive shaft.
Yep.
He said the clutch cover we can kind of leave off. Drive shaft, what parts does he still need for the drive shaft to make it work?
It's the U-joint and the part that goes into his transmission.
Okay.
So,
Like the shaft that goes into the transmission? Okay.
I don't know.
Probably the yoke or something?
They were talking like 100 miles an hour, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah, we've seen your dad on the headset down here talking to you while you're racing.
Yeah.
What kind of pointers is he giving you while you're ripping through there?
I told him if I suck to tell me that I suck and I need to go faster.
Okay.
That's basically how
yeah.
that goes.
So did he tell
Yeah.
you that?
Well, I feel like I hear him while I'm like going, and then I get back and I'm like, did you even talk to me? And I was like, was that good? He was like, yeah. All I hear is, go faster, go faster, go faster.
Yeah. It's like
Good job,
It's like
good
the
job.
Formula One. You're like, push, 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 push.
Yeah. I was like, you kind of have to be mean to me so that I get mad and listen. So, yeah.
No, it looks like a good run.
Tried to.
Yeah.
Also not hurt myself, so I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah.
That's not worth it.
We're
Yeah, that
just
UTV
cruising
Cup.
around.
Yeah, the UTV Cup was pretty tight course. You know,
Yeah.
we had a lot of times that were right in that 70s. You know, a few
Yeah.
60s. Then that 70s era was pretty packed. So
Yeah. I don't even know what my time was. If
Yeah.
I'm being completely honest.
You had a 78.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
we had a lot.
Could be better.
We had a
but-
lot around
Yeah.
that. You got anything else you want everybody to know?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Just.
All right. Well, thanks for coming up here with us. That's Madison King, everybody, and we will be right back after this.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
we are back here at the National Rock Racing Association race number 2 here at Wildcat Off-Road Park in East Berncat, Kentucky. Raceline starting gate. I think we have our VIN class guys pulling it.
Oh, we got to go over top
Okay,
5.
that's right, that's
from round 2 for the stock class. Clay Kaysen had the fastest time racing for his brother Cody. And then we had Daniel Heckley. Clay had a 79, and then we had Daniel Heckley with an 80. And then Dylan Dowler with an 82. Coy Chappelle with an 84. And Lee Blake with an 89. Those are your top 5 from round 2. for the Rock Life stock class. Now we're ready to get our VIN class loaded.
And those are some pretty tight times there. Again, 70s, 80s. And it's so crazy to me how you can have guys running for a minute and a half, and they're all within a few seconds of each other. It's it's really incredible. That big tight middle pack. It was again on the UTV Cup side. That middle pack, all in that 70s, was so tight. It was really incredible to see. So again, definitely going to see how that shakes out in the second course. I see Brandon Davis sneaking up behind us.
I can keep seeing you, and then I turn around and you're gone.
He's like, hey, what's that time, bro? What's that time, bro? Yeah.
All right. Not sure what happened to our VIN class. Did they all get scared?
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get them all ready again after that.
Where'd they all go?
We only have a few VIN class drivers, and then we'll be on to the UTV Cup Series. Again, which definitely be awesome racing action here. Again, for those of you who just tuned in, we are in East Bernstadt, Kentucky.
Clyde, what are we waiting on?
At Wildcat Offroad Park for the second race of the National Rock Racing Association.
There we go.
All right.
Our first contestant.
WT.
Justin Hoback in the WT. Going to kick off round 2 for the VIN class.
Hearing Collier say it is the greatest thing ever. That old WT. A W. A W. And his mom's like, I don't know where he picks it up at. He's like, we don't speak like that, Like, he speaks like he's from a different state than the rest of his family.
Cute. I think Collier's going to grow up to be a monster truck driver.
Oh, I could believe that. In a heartbeat.
Boy is all about the monster trucks. You guys are going to get to see Collier and all the rest of our youth class racing tomorrow.
Yep.
They go from Easter egg hunt to racing side-by-sides.
I love it.
What a life.
That is awesome.
What a life as a 4, 5, 8, 9-year-old.
Yeah, that's
got
pretty.
A range out there.
That's pretty incredible.
It's a pretty good weekend. That sounds like a Shelby Tanner kind of problem. We're getting filled in by Brandon Davis.
And he was up here on the live feed saying, man, I should have been it. Hey, the new chassis looks great, though. So Brandon Davis and me were chatting. He said the steering wheel came off twice during his run. He said, that's why I stopped over here. He goes, literally, the steering wheel just came off. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of hard to race with no steering wheel attached.
Yeah, you need those.
Especially at the speeds those guys travel at. Man! Yo, WT taking off.
Justin. That's the fastest I've ever seen that thing go.
He, ripped out of there. Again, you definitely want to slow up for those valleys there.
You got to make it count where you can on this course. Get those, hit the flat spots as hard as you can.
Yeah, those valleys are brutal. Again, you can see that the WT just bouncing up and down now. So, again, definitely want to slow up and check up for some of that stuff. That's a great way to really damage a rig. Again, that suspension is not exactly designed to take some of the load that he sends through it.
I have ridden in the WT getting around at the parks and stuff, and I remember at Hawk Pride, we were going down one of those trails to get to the bottom race area. My butt left the seat, and my head grazed the ceiling.
Yes, I could believe it.
Just like a nice, simple little ledge. We always have to give Justin and the Hoback family a shout-out, of course, for helping to organize our youth class and keep everything running. Justin helps show all the kiddos where they need to go and create the course, and he and Haley keep that organized. So big shout-out and thank you to them. And also for Justin's help with our safety checklists.
Yeah.
And help at the starting line.
I say usually on Saturdays, he's the guy at the starting gate, checking drivers' window nets and checking our vests. And again, we appreciate that, too, because we're all human. We can forget to buckle something or make sure something's in the right place. You can't always see the easiest when you're got your helmet on and you're clipping stuff in. And so we appreciate that as well. We're all human. We can make mistakes. So we appreciate Justin doing that for us and checking us out. I know Jack's down there this morning, but
We also have a driver checklist, a safety checklist that they all have to fill out at every driver's meeting and make sure that they meet all the requirements and everything that is listed to either wear or have on your vehicle to make sure that we got all those safety requirements met. So Justin's a big part of that. So thank you to him. I got to say thank you to the Hobacks, too, because they haul me around and let me bunk in the RV with them.
Yeah.
So they live they live in Middle Tennessee, fairly close to me.
Yeah.
So I appreciate not having to drive myself around to
that is super,
all the races.
Yeah, that is super convenient. Yeah, they're good people. All right, they're saying he made a wrong turn, so this is all extra. Again, this is the bouncer course for tomorrow that will be going up, so the WT is really just showing off. Let's be honest. He's just showing off right now. Like, hey.
Justin's probably having a what did I do moment.
Again, those ledges there are really steep. And he's in a Super Duty Ford work truck.
And it all worked out. What was the time, Clyde?
Man.
So because he did go the wrong way.
Dang it.
We're going to have to figure that out before we make an official statement or time.
Don Curtis, that Curtis Racing, and that big full-body Chevy, which we like to watch, just absolutely thrash through this course. Oh, man, just pouncing through there. Again, just motoring through that. Again, they made some off-season changes. They took a piece of aluminum, which originally we thought was decals. They actually CNC cut a piece of aluminum out and made that their front grille. So that a little easier to replace, a little more airflow going through there.
Custom.
It is very custom. So we, again, a little more airflow going through there, makes it a little more breathability for his motor. And he's running a 454 with a turbo 400 transmission, Dana 60 front, 14-bolt rear end. So, you know, a lot of very big, heavy-duty, buggy-like components just happen to be in a big full-size Ford, or a full-size Chevy truck, I mean. So definitely a lot of weight. And still out there doing work in it. You got to appreciate that, you know?
Definitely. This is a run what you brung kind of class.
Yes, it really is.
That's my man, Big Don Curtis, taking the hard line. If y'all want one of them custom front bumpers, you can have one made. I think they're like $20. It's actually cardboard. Looks good, though. Really set it off.
All right, so we got Don Curtis doing the same turn Justin did, and obviously these guys are sitting in the starting gate watching each other.
So did Don take the same wrong turn because he saw Justin do it and thought it was the right turn?
Oh, Justin went up the wrong way. Okay, so they all have to come down the gauntlet there. They just went up the wrong way. I see.
So that's the tricky thing when you were the first one on the course, which was Justin for round 2.
And not just the first guy on the course, but there's 40 different options of going up and down. So
there's a lot going on this hillside.
That's a
142.474.
What's up, Tim Bacon? Said not going to make the Wildcat, but trying to make Arkansas. Looks like a beautiful day for racing for sure. It absolutely is. It is beautiful weather here, and we are so happy to be out in such wonderful weather on this Easter weekend. Hope everybody has fun Easter plans on Sunday.
Yeah, happy Easter weekend, everybody.
great time to.
I hope you all have something to have a way to celebrate
Yeah.
on Sunday, because it's definitely worth celebrating.
It is. Definitely go out and don't make mom cook. Go to a buffet. Everybody's happy. You know, we like that.
Mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
Oh, yeah. All right. Looks like we got Mr. High Octane Films himself coming off the line. Again, he made some chassis changes. Again, beefed up that roll cage a little bit. You can see the body kind of wavering there, but he made some roll cage changes to make sure the actual core of it's very sturdy, but some of the sheet metal's a little floppy, if you will. Again, running that XJ that's definitely trail proven. Hearing that 4.0 just wrap out.
Uh-oh. His motor come undone, but he fixed it pretty quick.
Man. Whoa! He is thrashing in that rig.
Getting rowdy.
I mean, just thrashing through there. Oh, they're saying he has a left front flat, which again he clipped that rock really hard. There might be a when he clipped that rock, might have busted off the bead. Again, definitely taking his time here. Again, tomorrow you're going to see the bouncers race up this, and it is a very, very gnarly ledges there.
Yeah, this kind of looks like a stroll in the park right now on camera, guys. But remember, that's not how it is in person.
Oh, man, that's got to be a beating. Drop it on that flat tire.
Oh, ride it out, Charles. Ride it out.
Man, get her done. Absolutely just thrashing that rig.
132.079 for Charles. Let's check
All right.
out a replay presented by Rock Racing TV.
Again, he had that front left flat, looks like. Front driver flat when he came up the hill. Again, that just, man. That rim may have taken some abuse as well.
All right, guys, we got to step away for a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more action right after this.
What you want. No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, the new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
All right, we are back. We got that rundown?
Yeah, let me give you that quick top 3 rundown of our 3 drivers from round 2. That was Charles Carris with a 132, Don Curtis with a 142, and then Justin Hoback did get a penalty for going up the course in the wrong place, so that'll put him in that 3rd place spot for round 2.
Again, that last run by Charles Carris was just brutal. I mean, I love an XJ wild run as much as the next guy, but that was like he had to been getting just beat around in the cab. His arms definitely got a great workout there, especially being that flat tire.
He might need to share some of that ibuprofen with Brandon Davis later.
Yeah, for real. For real.
All right, we are ready to move into round 2 for the Super Group UTV Cup class. Last one of the day, folks. Now, we've still got, like 18 drivers or something go all of round 2. So we got lots of good racing still ahead of us.
Looks like Cooper Bentley pulling up in that starting gate. All right. Again, I think there's Cooper Bentley sitting in that race line starting gate. Again, he's going to kick off our race number 2, course number 2, on race number 2 for the National Rock Racing Association. Presented by Mickey Thompson, sponsored by SCS Transfer Cases. We appreciate all those guys and what they do for us. And Cooper, no stranger to absolutely thrashing. Again, we saw him start out in a side-by-side, upgraded to a big bouncer, but he still races side-by-side from time to time and does very well at it.
Okay.
Had a kind of a wild, crazy run this morning, kind of bobbled a little bit, but
he got a finish out of it.
Come on, Cooper.
I think he'll have came out of the starting gate.
Cooper got our flag penalty, didn't he?
Yes. And came out of the starting gate at like 900 miles an hour.
He was raring to go.
He was.
And he reared himself right into a flag.
He did.
Unfortunately.
It again just came screaming out right into and had to kind of stop and back up a little bit right on that first straightaway. And that kind of set him a little bit behind, so.
Yeah, 30 seconds behind.
Yeah, Sean Keller said, he's going to be hurting a little bit. I said, yeah, that was a heck of a run. Again, XJs were kind of like, I used to have an XJ I used to beat the crap out of, so it was a lot of fun and just, having a great time. Charles definitely has one that's tried and true.
We are in the woods now.
Yes, which is fun. It's so much fun to watch. And that downhill section's a little bit different. .629 for Cooper Bentley. That's a
little more what we're used to seeing from Cooper.
In that 60s, again, it's just absolutely moving.
I think he made a deal with somebody for a better run. 66.629.
Okay. Again, shout out to Jack Porter and all of our course workers out there, keeping everybody on their toes. Just getting everybody lined up down there. As well as Gary and Bynum down there helping out.
Gary and Chandler.
Chandler. First time I saw that on a sheet, I was like, "Who?" I was like, "Who's Gary and Chandler? Who's that?" Mary Bynum watching with us today.
Apparently, all of our Cup class drivers were too busy watching the VIN class or something.
There's a huge pack of them.
They are not ready to go.
A huge pack of them down here all watching Cooper. Because, again, Cooper is a guy who definitely can put it on the podium. So I think they're all watching him to, A, see the route he took and make sure they knew they were doing it right. And then, B, also see what his time was to see what the benchmark is to set. Being that first guy to go, you're kind of the guinea pig of the group. See how that buggy's going to handle, see how, how far right, how far left, how fast you hit that. Do you need to check up for stuff? So I think a lot of them enjoy watching that first guy. I know I do. I always enjoy watching some of the bouncers in front of me.
All right, here we go. Brandon Davis This is the 4th time we've seen this rig out on the course today. Brandon's racing 2 different classes.
And again, with that brand new Can-Am chassis, definitely going to hopefully hold together a little better than the other one. He said he used to have to weld it after every single race, piece it back together. But he said night and day difference between this and the new chassis. You know, which I think you hear a lot with guys that upgrade chassis, or even from buggy to buggy. If you buy a new buggy and you sell the old one, you're always like, oh, a night and day difference, you know.
Well, if you could barely turn left before, and now you can. I'm sure that is
a big difference,
a much appreciated difference. Whoa, Brandon.
That's a heck of a drop in. Ooh, watch that flag.
Man.
Definitely don't want to hit a flag there, yeah. Woo! 77.673 for Brandon Davis. Danny Myrick is tuning in.
Well, we've got Matt Myrick on the line now.
I was thinking that was kind of funny. She happened to be tuning in right as Matt
timing.
Pulls up to the line.
She's out here watching somewhere.
I've seen her this morning.
All right, that was a 77.617. Brandon Davis. On to the next contestant. That's Matt Myrick.
See, he's had this white buggy for quite a while. Again, he brought it out for retirement not too long ago. Whoa!
Oh,
no! I saw him gas it. I thought he was going to be able to pull it out. Oh, man.
Is that a skinny pedal nomination?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, man. I thought for sure he was going to pull it out.
That's the second time we've seen.
He almost pulled it out.
Josh Krapinski basically did the exact same thing.
Well, they're going to get him flipped back over. Again, the nice part about the lightweight, UTV classes is you get 2 or 3 guys there. They got 20, but you get 2 or 3 guys there, you can flip back over pretty easy. All right, why they get that recovered? We got a replay brought to you, presented by Rock Racing TV. Again, that rear end kind of donkey kicked just a little bit. And right there, I thought he was going to pull it out and
he tried.
Just couldn't get that flip back over in time. And, man, you hate to see that happen. Dang it. Again, at least they get a quick recovery. It doesn't take long, to get it flipped back over.
Another race or two, and Matt, we're going to see Matt getting fully dialed in after coming out of semi-retirement.
Yes, semi-retirement.
Racing.
Yeah. Again, it's like I said, the tube chassis stuff's pretty easy to flip back over. Like 2 or 3 guys, no problem. Especially if you're on a flat ground. I saw a big buggy get recovered a few weekends ago. 2 or 3 guys just recovered a big buggy, but it happened to be leaning uphill, so it was a little easier. Man, you hate to see that for Matt, too.
Yeah, Matt had a rough first round at Windrock as well.
But, that's kind of racing sometimes.
Yeah, it is. You need a little time to, get acclimated again. Get comfortable.
Oh, yeah. He does pretty well. He's been around for a minute.
Definitely not his first rodeo.
Definitely not his first
At least third or fourth by now.
Yes. Definitely not his first rodeo. Yeah. Is that your second? Is that your second cookie, Taylor? Oh, third. Okay, wow, third. Yeah, us over here, the talent didn't get cookies. I just want to make sure you got 2. That's good.
What talent?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. I take back all the really nice things I said about you.
What was this?
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'd tell you. That's a good thing I really like you guys.
Or what?
Yeah, just hanging out, stretching out, just checking it out, Stand up, look around,
Oh, I wish you got. Oh, Taylor, you
Yes,
turd.
I know. When he said, "What are you doing?" I was like, I know he's on us. I was joking earlier. Clyde used to love to cut to us right as we're taking a big bite of like a sandwich or, he was pretty ornery with us.
I got all these knots in my hair from this wind.
It has been a little windy. The wind actually has died down a little bit right now, but I don't mind a little wind just because it helps keep kind of that dust blowing around. I was looking to see all our drivers. We have a pretty good pack of drivers still kind of standing near the starting gate, kind of just checking things out. Looks like Gary found the lawn chair. She's taking a little break there while they get everybody recovered. I hear one firing up, so it looks like they're going to start getting them pulled back to the line. Good shout out to all our recovery crew and all our videographer crew. We have a great production team out there on the course. We appreciate all those guys running cameras for us. I know sometimes it's cold and it's wet and it's rainy, or it's hot and it's dusty and dirty, so we appreciate all those guys do for us, all the unnamed heroes out there in the field.
We definitely wouldn't have a show without them, or at least
We would not.
you guys sitting at home wouldn't have a show without them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we do appreciate everybody that helps us make these events
Yes.
happen.
Or it would
Casey Howell on the course.
Or it would just be me and Bree talking about the awesome stuff you guys are missing. Like, man, that was great. You guys should have seen that. That was awesome. Again, Casey, also a local guy, brought a bunch of crew with him.
Casey had a third-place finish on course 1.
Casey's young, but I think he's going to be a wild man as well. He's kind of full tilt driving as himself.
We got a few of these guys we could say that about.
Some of these young bucks, I think they haven't healed up from a really bad injury. So I think they're like, yeah, let's go. Let's send it. Like, this is full tilt.
They don't know what it feels like to need ibuprofen after a race yet.
I don't think they do, yeah. Or even before a race. Like Brandon was saying, well, we take some ibuprofen in the morning. Like, yeah, I feel you. I've been there. Again, having a good time.
Looking good. Let's check that time. 6:7.248. Right behind Cooper Bentley. Cooper came our first driver out the gate for round 2 and laid down a 66. Definitely set the bar high. Now we've got Casey Howell right behind him with a 67. And then Brandon Davis with a 77. Looks like Madison King on the line.
I said she's the one. I think one of the few buggies. It's hard to miss her buggy. That neon pink chassis with the white panels.
I think she and Dylan Dowler
Yeah,
are
Dylan Satch. Yeah,
neck and neck now.
yeah. Yeah, you can spot them out of a crowd. Again, I think you're going to see after Matt rolled over, I think you're going to see a few of the drivers check up a little bit more on that ledge. Again, her dad's down here coaching her, giving her some pointers. Again, maybe he is telling her just faster, 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 you know. It is really nice to have someone that with that third-person angle kind of really kind of telling you what you can do, what you can't do, especially if you get hung up on something. You know, how far can you go either way or back up? Especially when you're trying to back up and bump it over a ledge. Being able to have that third-person view is really incredible.
Hey, Matt.
Getting Madison out there having a great course. All right.
There she goes.
.728 for Madison King.
We've got Matt Myrick up here with us to chat a little bit. Matt, a little bit of a wild ride out there.
Yeah, I don't I don't really know what happened. You know, I already like thawed out the whole rest of the hill, and I got to the very beginning, and I guess I just kind of hit it a little too hard and ended up bicycling a little bit and just couldn't make the recovery. So another DNF for me, I guess.
That specific spot has gotten at least 3 people
Yeah.
today, and it's been unexpected each time.
Right.
Like, what happened?
It doesn't look that bad, and then your rear tire does something funny, it just throws you over. So.
Sneaky for sure.
So it'll get you. I guess I'm going to have to figure out how to finish both hills if I want to do good in the points.
Yeah. Again, it looked like you were able to recover. We were watching. I thought you were going to save it. It was so close to being saved, and unfortunately, just didn't quite get it there.
We've got Mark Carpenter out on the course now.
Again, Mark Carpenter also doing the big bouncer with a busted knuckle chassis. Now we got Matt in the booth with us, racing that busted knuckle chassis. Definitely had a wild ride at West Virginia last year. I was watching some footage earlier this week of him having a very wild ride there. Again, the side-by-side and big buggy both match and paint schemes, too. That's kind of neat to see. Definitely having a smooth run going there.
The time to beat right now is Cooper Bentley with a 66. He came out the gate and laid down a super fast time. Casey Howell's right there behind him, though, with a 67.
I said coming through those woods there, everybody's kind of checking up a little bit. Again, just trying to keep it fast, but keep it safe. Trying to make sure you keep it on all 4 tires. Definitely getting with it there.
82.810 for Mark Carpenter.
So with doing the video stuff and racing, you kind of took some time off from racing to kind of focus on the video stuff. Now you're coming back. What was the decision to kind of get back into it?
Actually, my wife kind of talked me into it. It's one of those things that you kind of come to these events and you start getting kind of burnt out a little bit, and it's just something that I really miss, and I just didn't know if I was going to do it again. I wanted to do stock class, and then the Razor buggy just came up on Marketplace for a pretty decent deal already with hydro, so I went ahead and bought it, redid it all, made it long travel.
Okay.
It works good. If I could just learn how to drive it within its ability, it'd be fine, but I keep pushing its limit, which is good.
Yeah.
So I'll figure out, get some seat time eventually, and maybe I won't know my lid.
2 races in.
Yeah.
So
I got time to make it up. No
it
problem.
takes a little time. We got Austin Connell out there on the course right now, I believe.
Starting to pick up some dust a little this afternoon.
Matt, are you planning on racing the rest of the season or just kind of taking it as it comes?
No, I'm going to race the full season.
All right, cool.
Heck yeah, that'd be a good time. Again, could you used to race a white buggy with kind of neon panels and this neon busted knuckle logo on there?
Right. Yeah, I had a 2-seater. Raced it for a while. I built a 1-seater and then kind of gave up on that project and trading with somebody, Max Lawrence, and then the funny thing is I couldn't get it running. He got it running like a day later after we did some trading. And so I said, from here on out, every time I have a problem, I'm bringing it to you. And so he actually tore that buggy I have now all the way down to the frame, redid the roof of it, and has done all the work on it. So.
That's awesome. And again, you're probably a little busy to be in the shop.
It's a lot. A lot to throw all this in the mix too has been an undertaking, but it's so much fun. I love coming out here and racing with everybody and getting to experience it and then be on the media side too.
Yeah, I'll say doing the media stuff, having a family, and trying to run a race program takes a little busy.
It's a lot of juggling, but
it is.
But it's fun. Otherwise, it would be boring. On. I don't know how to sit still.
Yeah.
That's a 78.057.
78.057 for Austin Connell. We've got Dylan Dowler on the line now.
That neon orange rig.
Matt, is there anything else that you want everybody to know, or got a special message?
If you're going to be around tomorrow, we're going to have the booth set up over there. Come get some T-shirts and stuff, and I'll get some parts and throw back on that thing. I think I just bent a radius rod, so not a big deal. We'll fix it up. We'll be ready for the next one.
All right,
and
awesome.
Make sure to check you guys out at Busted Knuckle Off-Road on Facebook.
Yep.
Any other place you want to check us out on?
Yeah, Busted Knuckle Off-Road, Busted Knuckle Films, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the socials. So.
Okay.
All the places.
You can find them everywhere.
Yep. We should have, hopefully tomorrow we'll film the rock bouncers, and I've been getting it out the next day, so it'll be out sometime Sunday.
Again, check out their content. Like I said, it's always you take all the great part and just condense it. It's like you get to cut out the commercials, the long recovery times, and just put the action only in there. It's great to watch. Again, you like all our media crews, so we appreciate all you do for us racers as well in the series. So thank you so much, and hopefully good luck racing the rest of the season.
I appreciate it. We'll get there.
Yeah. Thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah. Thanks. Again, that was Matt Merrick. had a little bit of a rough day racing, but again, definitely he's trying to get those episodes out, so make sure you check him out on Busted Knuckle Off-Road on YouTube. Again, Dylan Dowler in that neon orange rig. It's awesome to see that he kept the same paint scheme going from the stock class to the UTV Cup Series.
Dylan had a great smooth run here. Let's see where that put him in the lineup.
Flying through that finish line.
Ooh, we just saw a new record,
wow.
66.480. He just edged out Cooper Bentley. Cooper had a 66.6. Dylan now with a 66.4, and Dylan had a 4th place finish on round 1.
We'll see how that shakes out for the podium for the day.
But we still got half our drivers to go for round 2. And we've got Timmy and Clay, who are 1 and 2 spots from round 1,
yes,
still to go.
Yes, we got.
So they're going to be battling it out for
Craig
sure.
Zollner taking off the line here. He came up and checked his time earlier during our break. Again, super awesome chassis, really cool looking. That bright red color. Looks a little more narrow. Oh, no! I was going to say, I was just sitting there and say it looks a little more narrow.
Save.
Looks a little more narrow, which helps that center of gravity. And again, right there, able to save that recovery and put it all back on all fours. So that's good working for him. Oh, that's a tight corner. Oh, no! Oh. It looked like he bent something or broke something on that front end almost, but I guess not. Something doesn't.
It's a big rock for a small buggy.
Yeah, that tire is broken.
No,
yeah.
It's broke.
Yeah. Looks like a tie rod hanging down there. Man, he's so close to the finish line, too. Dang it.
Ooh, there's a drone shot.
Man, that stinks.
Right up in there.
Yeah, dang it. You can see him looking out like, is it? Yep, it is. Watching him climb out that front window. That's such a great shot. Be like, yep, it's broke.
Yeah.
Again, this is Craig Zollner. Definitely checking it out, just seeing what's wrong. But, yeah, good to know he's wearing all his safety equipment. You can check it all out there. Again, hate to see it happen, but. So, got the recovery crew going out there to get them all picked up.
Oh,
I think that's his dad.
Definitely a disappointment, but
yeah, I think his dad's out there going, "Hey, buddy, it's okay."
We'll get him recovered off the course.
We're trying to see how many more UTVs we have. I know we have a couple guys who broke on course 1 to see if they'll be on course 2. Unfortunately, Nathan King, I don't think he'll be getting his fix before today, but he might be back up and running by tomorrow. It does make sense that Madison and Nathan probably don't fit in each other's buggies very well. All right. While they get Craig flipped back over and get everything course clear, we are going to cut to commercial. We'll be back right after these messages.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
What you want. No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, the new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
All right, we are back here at the second race of the National Rock Racing Association, presented by Mickey Thompson. We're at course number 2 for the UTV Cup Series. We got about 5 drivers left. I know we're working on getting an exact count for you, just because we have a few that are broken.
Is this Ryan Kegley? Yes. All right.
Again, I love his American flag wrap with those red rock rings. It just kind of pops off there and looks really sharp. Shiny black cage. All right.
Sorry, I didn't go fast enough. We got Ryan Kegel on the track right now. I'm gonna be honest with you, he looks pretty tight.
All right, Ryan's making his way down the woods section now. He raced with us last year here at Wildcat. Glad to see him back joining in the fun again.
Yes, heck yeah. I always love to see new drivers or drivers that only race with a few races. It's so neat to see him. Get to talk to him and hang out. So, again, I know Clay Case was down here kind of giving his spiel for if you guys want to do this, thinking about doing it, come on out. It's always fun to see new drivers hop in with us and have fun. And it may be something you like and start doing more, You never know until you try it.
.615.
91.615 for Ryan Kegley.
I see Knox up there. I don't know if he's fixing a flag or fixing a timer or what.
All right, we got 50 shot. Half as big as 100 shot.
Timmy Cameron's new buggy is called 100 Shot, and so Zach was saying, all right, we got 50 shot on the line. Oh, my goodness. Zach, he does come up with some really quick one-liners.
Oh, yeah.
And I've told people
never know what's gonna
for decades. The worst thing you can do is respond, fire back at him.
Don't give him any fuel for the fire.
It will be bad. It'll be bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not supposed to be riding on their trail up there.
So we have some people trying to clear a course there.
You don't know those people. Call them and tell them don't. Never mind. They probably ain't got no friends.
Zach. Oh, my goodness. I think we have all our flags back up now. Our course should be almost clear. Oh, my goodness.
Sometimes we wish you guys could hear Zach just because it's funny. But then most of the time we're glad that you can't hear Zach.
Because he gets really ornery. He gets really ornery. And in a loving Zach way. That's the thing. It's in a loving Zach way. Zach's really nice, like behind closed doors, but he's really ornery in front of people. Like he's a big teddy bear. What'd Clyde say? Something about Zach. He's playing the song that Timmy's Bug's named after. His bouncer's named after.
Bouncer.
Yeah. It's a rap song. I'm a fan. Rap and techno. That's my jam. All right, we're going to cut over to a crowd shot again. You can see they're very well lined up. And the nice thing is that hill is graded almost perfectly for a great shot. It's like an amphitheater. No matter where you're at, you have a great seat. Again, tomorrow when you have the bouncers using literally all of the course, we'll be going uphill and downhill. That crowd shot just is so beautiful, and you really can't have a bad seat in the house. And if you're farther back, that's okay because you're closer to the food trucks, the bathrooms, the merch.
There you go.
It's a win-win for everybody.
There is no bad place to watch from out here.
There really isn't.
That is one of the great things about Wildcat and many of the parks that we go to. I mean, pretty much all of them these days.
Yeah.
Back when we started out racing, that wasn't the case. People lined up in the woods next to the next to the course to watch. We're dodging rocks, and now everything is so spectator friendly and safe for the spectators, but still viewable.
Yeah.
It definitely makes for a great experience for everybody.
Yeah. No tape, no banners, no handrail. Just good old-fashioned racing. Timmy's up there just getting it. What's up, Bub Meadows? He's up there hanging out with Bill. That's awesome. Bub Meadows is at the top of the hill hanging out with Bill. Shout out to Bub Meadows doing photography for us this weekend. Appreciate that addictive photography. Getting Timmy checking up a little bit there. We'll see if he slows up enough to where he can take that number one spot. Ooh! We'll see if that's going to pay off. I wonder what he was doing.
A little too far.
Rather than back up, he looped it. So I'm really curious to see if that pays off. Uh-oh. Something. That's not good.
Clay Kaysen might be getting a little excited right now.
Oh, yeah. He might. 74.230. But you notice what the crazy part is? Where the rocks, he couldn't turn right. And up there, he couldn't turn right. So maybe broke a tie rod or something.
Yeah.
Again, he missed two.
Could be because it's definitely not something we're used to.
Yeah.
Timmy's still human. I mean, he could still make mistakes racing, but that's definitely not something that we're used to seeing from him.
To see him miss two right-hand turns in a row, I may think there's a problem. Again, he could have been hurrying to overshoot something, but since he missed two right-hand turns in a row, maybe there's something. Is the front wheel locking up on that? Yeah. See that left? See his left front driver left there? About every 5 feet he'll stop and lock up. See it locking up? About every 5 feet he'll lock up for just a second and keep rolling. He may have been a rotor or something.
Got something going on.
See, it's locked up right now.
Yep.
That's kind of weird. So maybe he hit a rock and bent a rim even? Derek Schaefer taking off the line there. Again, there might have been a rim around. The rim was hitting the caliper or something. Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! Wow! Yeah.
That's one where you just want to throw your body weight
like,
to the left.
And that happens in super slow-mo unless you're in the buggy, and then it's like the fastest thing in the world, you know? You're like, no! Oh, man. Definitely a great save. Again, that almost a Skiddy Pedal award. Again, don't want to be on that list, but
that ledge has been the sneakiest.
It really has
today.
And again, it's some of that little stuff you don't necessarily anticipate. We saw Josh Krapinski and Matt Myrick both have a very interesting ride there,
and David Darnell.
Yeah. You see Derek going way wide there. Again, being that Timmy had two right-hand turns there in a row that had issues, I'm going to say there was some kind of weird problem. Or maybe that front tire was just locking up, pushing him left.
Yeah, it could have been.
Because he was able to whip the left-hand turn really quickly, so. That's also a little bit of a tight turn, too. So maybe it's just the turn, but. See what time he's going to have.
That's an
81.781.
And speaking of Mr. Cody Kaysen, he's sitting in the starting gate there.
Clay Kaysen.
I'm sorry, Clay Kaysen.
Yeah.
And he definitely was watching that Timmy run. You know he was. He is chomping at the bit to get out there.
Clay had a first-place time on round 1, and now that Timmy had some issues on his second run, kind of leaves it wide open for Clay.
Yeah, it really does.
If he can just, keep it smooth, keep it fast.
And you know that's weighing on his shoulders right now. All that pressure, like, hey, you just got to have a nice, fast, if you can come out and have a nice, fast, smooth run.
Well, the time to beat right now on course 2 is Dylan Dowler with a 66.4.
66.4 by Dylan Dowler.
That's a pretty smoking time.
It is. It is. That is an absolute flying
Cooper
time.
was right behind him with a 66.6.
Wow. Again, a minute-long course, and you have just a few milliseconds that separate them. Again, Clay definitely going to try to push through that.
Can Clay do a 65?
I don't know. We'll see how fast his downhill sections are. Because I think that's really where you can make up some time. Pushing that buggy a little harder. Old Travis Skelton downhill section, just kind of skim it. Looks like he took that wide a little bit, cutting it hard.
Yep.
I don't know. A little bobble there. I don't think that's going to be a 65. Definitely going to be a decent time, but I'm saying that's a 68, 69 maybe.
Come on.
That might be 70s.
I think he's going to be mid-60s.
Yeah. Ooh. 73.630.
Yeah, that rock section
for
got
Clay.
him.
Yeah, it did. Again, I'm not sure. Again, when he kind of checked up and went to the side, I'm not sure if it wasn't lined up right there. Or.
I think he kind of got jammed up in there.
Yeah, and again, that rock, again, you were talking earlier about how things don't look the same on camera. That rock is so big and the ledge is so gnarly, I don't think a side-by-side can strap just climb it. You'll belly out. Again, these side-by-sides only sit 6-8 inches off the ground, so a 3-foot ledge is not maybe going to do so well. Oh, my goodness.
DC Thompson.
Here's another guy that can make some statements. DC Thompson.
All right, let's go.
Boo. He's moving. Again, that's kind of a sketchy downhill section. You can see a couple guys checking up there. Looks like he's trying to cut a little wide, brake hard, barely squeak out. Oh, I thought he was going to squeak out that turn. Unfortunately, had a little bit of a back up there. Still going to be a quick time, though.
Let's see. 73.578 for DC Thompson.
Looks like got a few buggies left. I see at least one more sitting on the starting gate over there.
To win it all right here. It all comes down to this run.
Again, this is Martin Stewart running for Cody Kaysen. again, aired it out, but you can definitely tell he checked up there a little bit compared to some of the guys that were kind of having some issues.
He also uses this car on a mail route back home.
Again, Zach saying he used it on mail ride. This is our only right-hand drive UTV. Again, paying homage to the Going Postal.
I wonder how much time it takes to get used to sitting on the right side
to
drive.
My Joe dirt buggy was right-hand drive, and it took about 4 seconds. Like it was
really.
It's in a balancer. It's a lot easier because nothing's really changing much there. In a balancer, it's pretty. I think in a normal car, it would really affect you. In the bouncers, because you're doing off-road stuff so much, I don't think it really has that much.
You don't have to worry about lanes.
Yeah,
being in the right lane at least.
Like you're just. I went to the wrong side a couple times. Walked over to climb in, and I was like, oh, wait, it's the other side. And walked around. So get a little different in a right-hand drive, but again, acclimates pretty quickly, especially in the off-road world anyway.
All right, we got
85.115. That was Martin Stewart racing for Cody Kaysen.
All right. We'll be back with racing action right after these messages.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
All right, we are back. We're back. We are back. We are. Okay.
Sorry, I was listening to Taylor in my headset.
Well, I seen there's people asking for times and all sorts of debating course markings, and so it's a good time.
All right. So speaking of times, let's do those top 5 from round 2. We had Dylan Dowler with the fastest time with a 66.4, and then Cooper Bentley with a 66.6. Then we had Casey Howell with a 67. DC Thompson with a 73.5. Clay Kaysen with a 73.6.
Wow.
Those are your top 5. And then Tim Cameron would have been 6th with a 74.2.
I'm interested to see what he tore up.
What a tight day of racing. That does conclude our Friday here at Wildcat for the Mickey Thompson NRRA Round 2.
Clyde's showing you. That's crazy. So, for what Clyde's showing us is when you have a combined points, tie in points, you have to go to combined time, and it's literally milliseconds. Like, it's
That's crazy. I don't know how they can keep it so tight out here with this long of a course, but it's impressive to watch no matter how many times it happens. We hope you guys enjoyed hanging with us today on Hillside Live. Thanks for joining us for the action. We'll be back tomorrow with 3 more classes of racing, our youth class, UTV Bounty, and, of course, the Bouncers. That will start around
9 o'clock drivers meeting,
9:30.
9:30-ish.
9:30, 9:45 is when we'll be kicking off. We are on Eastern time, so
That's
don't
right.
forget. All right, guys. We'll see you then.
Thanks.